Good afternoon, class. How are you doing today? Hope that you are fine and all doing good. Today we're going to continue our lessons on Unit 6. We've been working on Unit 6 for the last 3 weeks, talking about income, expenditures, and savings. And throughout your lesson, as your homework, I can see that you have understand all these. You have understand how money came in, how you spend money, and how to save money. Well, today is the last day for us to study about income, expenditure, and saving. Today we are talking about spending your money appropriately. What does that mean? Spending your money appropriately. Well, we're going to find out as we go along on our schedule. We're going to study on page 54, 55, and 56. Can you please take out your book and turn to page 54? Page 54 is on section 3 in your books, and it talks about appropriate spending to your income. On the list here, I have 3 words of list: appropriate, source, and occupations. For occupation, I remember last 2 weeks I explained these words to you. Just for your remembrance, occupations means what? For example, I have an occupation as a teacher, and a part-time seller, and another occupation. So take a quick guess of what that means. Try to remember from your last lessons. Okay, if you have guessed occupation as a job, short word, you are correct. Occupation means job. So throughout your reading, you will find words that people have different occupations and what people do for the occupations. For example, being a seller, being a teacher, being a doctor, or a banker. Those are all occupations. They are all jobs. And our next word, source. What does source mean? Give you a chance to think about it. Okay, an example. If you have a bottle of drinking water, where do you think the source of water came from? Try to figure out the meaning from my sentence. Where does the source of that water came from? So if you said source, it's a place where it originated. A place of, let me get that right, a place of its birth. Or a place of its origination, where it came from. Source. To say the source of my water came from the river in Battambang. I mean the source, my water came from Battambang, that's the source. So that's the place where it came from. Now we're going on to our word, appropriate. What does appropriate mean? This whole chapter that we are studying about right now is about appropriate spending. Spending your money appropriately. For example, if I make $50 a week, is it appropriate for me to go out and eat dinner at an expensive restaurant that costs $70 a meal? Is it appropriate? You say, no, you are correct, because if I make $50 a week and I go eat a $75 meal, I will be broke. I will owe the restaurant another $25. So it is not appropriate. Appropriate means something that is proper or right. Usually what appropriate means is proper. I mean something that is proper. For example, again, my restaurant analogy. If I make $50 a week and I go eat at an expensive restaurant that costs me $75 a meal, that is not appropriate. But if I go eat at somewhere less expensive, I can say I spent like $5 for that meal, that is an appropriate spending. That is right for me. That means I can have some money left over for other occasions and other things. So I want you to write these words down, pay attention to it, and when you come to your reading, try to figure out why was it appropriate, why was it right and proper for that particular person. And the word source. Source means the place of birth, where it came from, where it originated from. Throughout your text, you see these words and try to understand it and try to, on your task, try to use these words in your writing later on in this task. Okay, in this task I will give you some examples of making a list of appropriate spendings. And you see on your chart, on your book, at the bottom of page 54, there is a chart of this person, the author, appropriate spendings. We're going to read it together, or I'm going to read it for you right now. This person, for his or her chart of her appropriate spending is to choose a quality and appropriate food prices. I mean, when you go shopping, you buy products that are within your money range, that are appropriate for you. Don't buy $20 pairs of shoes where your budget is only $50. Buy something that is in your price range, something that is appropriate. And spend less than your income. So that means if you make $50 a week, don't spend $75 a day. Spend a little bit where you have some for savings. As we have discussed this in our previous lesson. Saving money is very important. Your expenditure is also important because what you spend and what you got left is your savings. So if you spend a lot, then you have no savings. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Just say if I am a seller and I'm making $50 a week and I'm trying to make a list of my appropriate spending. So as a seller, what kind of product do I need? Think about it. I need, if I'm selling groceries, I need to buy vegetables, right? Vegetables. Then I need to buy seasonings. Then I need to buy bags, so I can bag up the vegetables. But I don't buy the expensive product. I buy stuff that's reasonable and something that's appropriate where I can still save money. Money is very important. So if I'm making $50 a week, I would spend probably, because vegetable is my main product, I would spend probably $20 on my vegetables and another $5 for my seasonings and probably $1 or $2 for my bags. So in total, I spent $25, $27 total for this week, so I can sell more vegetables. So if I spend $27, my savings would be $23 left for savings. This is just a quick example of an appropriate spending list. Of course, you could always add more what you spend or how you spend it, because as a seller, you need many more products and many more things. And some vegetables cost more than others. So your price might be a little higher or a little lower depending what you are selling. But be careful what you sell because you only have a budget of $50 a week. So the less you spend on your product, the more money you save. This is just an example of the book's seller. Now onto our task. On our task is also includes on page 54, but now I want you to make a chart of appropriate spending. Make your chart. And please do this in your notebook. When you draw a chart, you can look at the example charts on page 54, or you can look at my charts. And we can communicate during our studies to give feedback so you can make a better chart. And after you make the chart on your appropriate spendings, if you, just for example, if you want to become a teacher, a seller, or a banker, you can put a circle, appropriate spending as a banker. And your budget is probably $100 a month, because a banker makes more money. Then you can make a list of what your spendings are and what's appropriate. Don't just spend money because you have money to spend. Spend money so you have money left for savings. And after you make your charts, I want you to write a paragraph, not a sentence, a paragraph. A paragraph means 3 or more sentences. Make sure it almost fills up your book. Write a paragraph explaining why you think your chart is appropriate. You will be given 40 minutes to do this task because you will have to do some research and probably communicate back and forth with me. Once you finish your task, please forward it to my personal email or my personal telegram, then I will forward back to you your feedbacks. Thank you. Until our next video. Bye. Hello class, welcome back to our second video. So, did you find our first lesson interesting about making an appropriate chart of your spendings? Hope you did, and I see some of you have already sent me your work. Very good work, and proud of you that you did that. Now we will continue with our next task for this video. Our next task is about the benefits of savings. It's on page 55 and unit 3.2. 3.2 talks about benefits of saving and how to save money. You can either save money at home, in a bank, or in a trust account. There are many ways to save money. You can entrust your families to help you save money, or you can trust a bank to help save money in a bank, so you will have interest. Or you can save your money by investing, by buying products, for example, like gold or land. Those are all different forms of savings. Once you read the text, you will understand more about savings. This is just a brief explanation about how to save money and the many different ways you can save money and benefits of saving money. You will read from page 55 through page 56. Once you read these texts, you will come upon some words that you might not understand. Words that if you go to a bank, you will understand or you know more. These words are deposit, withdraw, and a banker. Again, deposit, withdraw, and a banker. From reading your text, try to figure out what these words mean. And once you figure it out, write the definitions or the meaning for these words. Once you write it out, send it to me. But I see to let me see if you know any knowledge about deposit, withdraw, or banker. Because these words in your book, for example, I'm going to read a few sentences for you on 3.2. Savings and benefits of savings. Savings means keeping leftover money from your daily life to spend in the future. Keeping money by yourself is putting money in a safety box. Record the data and the amount. Saving money by depositing with a bank is saving money in a bank and receiving interest in return, so your money increase. So let me say that again. Saving money by depositing. Depositing with a bank is saving money in a bank. When you put your money in a bank, you will receive interest. What does that mean? Again, all these questions I will ask in our exercises for this video. I will give you some time to read page 55 and 56. And if you have any questions, please let me know and we will communicate back and forth. And don't forget, for this first 10 minutes, write down the meaning of deposit, withdraw, and banker. Again, do not look in the dictionaries or any other apps to find out the meaning. I want the meaning from your own words. 5 or 10 minutes, you give me your meaning of these words. And now on to our task for the second video after your reading. Our task is, I want you to read this text right here and use the words that I wrote on the top to fill in the blanks. This sentence or this paragraph, I comprised it from the reading from our text. So if you read the text, you would understand my questions here. For example, the words are leftovers, depositing, plan, and withdrawing. Out of these words, you can take this word and fill in the blanks. I'll read it for you. Saving money teaches us how to appropriately and how to blank money for yourself. A banker, as you will read in your text what a banker is a person who gives service such as blank and blank. Can you be given 30 minutes to complete this task? Please write this whole thing, your task, in your notebook and send it to me through my personal telegram. You have 30 minutes to complete this task, and also don't forget your 3 meanings for these words. Okay, until our next and last video. Bye. Hello class, welcome to our last and final video of today's lessons. Today's lessons entail spending your money appropriately and the benefits of saving money. Hope you understand all these topics because for the past 3 weeks we've been talking about your income, your expenditures, and your saving. And now we have come to a conclusion. We have come to an end of this unit. And hope this unit benefits you for your later life because you need savings and you need to know how to spend your money. So I remember last week we did an exercise and your homework was entitled Making an Accounting Sheet, a booking sheet. And some of you have already sent to me your homework ready and some of you have more questions about it. Hope my further explanation will help you guide you for your homework. Because making a journal of your records of money is very important. Because it will tell you in the future what you have spent in the past, how much money came in, how much money went out, and how much money you have left over for the futures. So the past 3 weeks was very important about money. Because without money, you will have a probably difficult time in the future spending on new clothes, new toys, or things you want. Because your income right now might be low and your expenditure might be a lot. So your saving is very little. So try to reverse that. Let your income come in more generously and your expenditures goes out less. So try to spend less on your things so your saving will be grand in the end. So you have money for your new clothes that you want, your new toys, or maybe a bicycle, what you want. So I hope all these lessons help you with all your savings and your expenditures. And now on to our final task for this unit, Unit 6. Our final task on Unit 6 is on page 58 in your book. So you get your book to page 58. On 58, there are 5 questions, but these questions have entailed for the past 3 weeks. So some of these questions you might have to go back to watch the current videos for last week on this show, or you can go back and read your books to find out these answers. Because the questions go back about 3 weeks, and they will ask questions about making an accounting sheet, making a bookkeeping, ways to save money, ways to spend money, and how money come in. But a good thing is you have 1 whole week to do your homework and send it to me. And please send your homework to my personal telegram so I can correct it and give back the score. I would like to remind you again that our midterm is coming up real soon. So all your homeworks and all your exercise is very important for your final grade. So please do it and send it to me so you will get full credits for your grade. If you send me your homework late or whatever, you will still get some points for your grade, but it might not be full credits, you will receive some. It's better than a donut or nothing. So again, answer these 5 questions on page 58, and please write your answers in a notebook and just write your the person down too. Okay, thank you. Until we meet again next week, be safe and stay healthy.